guys, and welcome back again. I just want to show you in more details how I do the red lines. Take a piece of thread and put beeswax on it, and then I'm just gonna take the thread here, and sorry for my shaky hands, go around the first shroud, and I'm just gonna start it off with a normal knot. Nothing too fancy here. So now we have a normal knot, and then I just want to see where I want to place it, kind of like there. So I tighten the knot, and then the second shroud, I'm gonna go underneath this thread like so, and then I'm gonna pull it out again. So go around the second shroud underneath this thread here, and then take it out again. So now you have the shroud here in a loop, and then I go back, and then I go around it again, and when I get this this noose here, and what I do is that I'm just going to take my pliers, or what's called forceps, go in that loop or in that noose, take the thread and pull it out and pull it through the loop. That will give you a nice hitch. Make sure that the ends are together, and then I tighten it. I hold the shroud while I tighten it. First I'm going to tighten it just by pulling towards myself, so I don't tighten it too much, because you see, if I tighten too much, it's going to pull the shroud to the next one, and then you get a curve in the shrouds, and that doesn't look good. So I pull it towards myself just to tighten it a little bit, and then I hold the knot on the back side and the knot on the foreside, and then I pull it on the right, and then I do the same process again. So around the third shroud, maybe, if I can, like so, pull it underneath the thread, make sure that it's somewhat consistent with the distance between the other shroud and the one that you're making. Go around again, go in the noose and pull it through the noose like so. So pull it towards me and then pull it to the right, and again underneath, over and through the loop. Now, don't worry if they're not completely aligned, the knots, because you can always move them about afterwards, so you can make sure that everything is straight. So around, underneath, around again, above, through the loop, and then above the thread, like so. And don't worry if there's too much thread in here, and if the thread is sagging like it does here, it's just add to the realism, because in real life these red lines would sag a little bit. Around in a loop, above and through the loop, tightened. And you don't need a lot of force to do this, because otherwise it's going to be crooked. So around like so, around again, go over the thread and through the loop, like so. Tighten, there we go. So make sure that you that all the knots are somewhat straight. You can use your forceps here to go up and down because you haven't glued anything, you just tied knots. And then you can, if you want to, you can cut them off right now, and then you have the finished ratline. But because I'm the kind of guy who wears belts and suspenders, I'm going to put a drop of glue on the two last knots, the first knot and the last knot. And then I take some cutters, cut it off. There we go. There's the ratline. Now you just need to go all the way up. I can show you again. Start with a normal knot. You don't need to start with a normal knot. You can also start with the same knot that you're using all the way through, but force of habit for me is to start with a normal knot. And then I'm just going to eye the distance. If you can use some paper with lines to put behind the shrouds, and then you can use those lines to get the distance if you want them perfectly aligned. So, like so. Around and under the thread. Around and over the thread and through the loop. As I've mentioned, my hands are really shaking at the moment, so these red lines are not my best work. I'm getting some pills that making me my hand shake, and I hope that it's going to be over soon. Around again, over the thread, through the loop. Hold the thread in place for more accuracy on the distance between the other red line. There we go, and then around again, underneath. Around again, over the thread and through the loop. Now once you get into this, it doesn't really take that long. Kind of get in the groove. The only thing that's a little bit annoying is that you need to stop and make more threads to continue making the right lines. So there we go, around the last one, like so. Around again, over the thread, through the loop, and pass it through, like so. There we go. Let me just make sure that everything is nice and straight. There we go. Drop of glue on the first knot. Now, because of the scale and the thread has been pretty much drowned in beeswax, you're not going to see what kind of knots that you're using, but it's definitely the fastest way to do proper rat lines. You can also get some other tools that basically just make you put the thread on like so, and then you glue it all the way up. But I don't like that, because I don't think that's the proper way to do it. But each to his own. There's nothing wrong with doing it if you want to do it like that. So there we go. I'm just going to continue all the way up, and I already made the missing one and made the foremass one. So once this is done, we're going to continue with doing the rat lines from, well, we're going to do the we're going to do these here, and that's going to go down to the shrouds here. We're going to do that as well here, and then basically the same setup that as we have done, or I have done here. Continue with the rat lines all the way up, and then the two last shrouds go from here and then all the way up to the top there. That's going to be the same here and down to here, and then we're going to take the last two shrouds. It's going to go from all the way up here, all the way up here and all the way down to here. And once that is done, I can rig this, because then I'm not, you see, it's really wobbly. So if I tighten this too much, I'm afraid that this stay here and the stay here at front are gonna be sagging, and I don't want that just yet. So when I do do this part up here and down here, it's gonna keep the mast straight. And then I can do this one, and then I can tighten this one here as well. So that's it basically. Yeah, and before I do these here, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna start with the stay here, because that stay needs to go all the way up here. And if I do these down here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually make the stay here. So I'm going to do that here. I'm just going to let it hang, and then do this this part here. So yeah, and then we have a lot of what's it called, blocks and stuff that needs to hang off the rigging here. But then basically that's the standing rigging done. So anyways, I'm going to continue with the rat lines here. All right, cheers, bye bye.